That sticky, sandpaper feeling in your mouth when you wake up, or worse, what wakes you up in the middle of the night. It's more than just annoying. It's a sign that something is off balance. For most, it feels like a simple nuisance you just endure. But for some, it's the first clue to bigger problems hiding just beneath the surface. From rapid tooth decay to issues with your digestion and even your overall health. In this video, we'll decode the silent signals your mouth is sending you. We'll explore the 3 biggest hidden dangers of nightly dry mouth, and then, most importantly, show you how to protect yourself. We often focus only on the immediate discomfort. We rush to a glass of water and forget the problem until the next morning. But this chronic dryness, known scientifically as xerostomia, is a sign that your body's natural defense system is weakened. Saliva is your mouth's silent guardian, constantly neutralizing acids and repairing damage while you sleep. When that guardian goes quiet, real trouble can move in quickly. For the 55 and over community, this issue is particularly critical. Medications and natural aging processes compound the problem, accelerating the risks. Think about the last time you woke up with that parched feeling. Did you know that in that single night, your teeth may have faced more damage than they usually do in a week? Over the next 30 minutes, we will show you exactly how to rebuild that defense system using simple, evidence-based steps. Stay with us. If you appreciate practical, clear health guidance designed specifically for improving vitality in your later years, consider tapping the subscribe button now. Let's start by looking at the first and most immediate danger, the shocking speed of dental decay caused by a dry mouth. Your mouth is usually a war zone. Every time you eat, especially sugar or refined carbohydrates, the bacteria inside produce acid. This acid immediately begins to strip minerals from your tooth enamel. This is the first step of a cavity. But your mouth has a brilliant, built-in defense mechanism: saliva. Saliva is a miraculous fluid. It's mostly water, yes, but it's saturated with bicarbonate, calcium, and phosphate. The bicarbonate acts like a powerful buffer, neutralizing that acid attack almost instantly. The calcium and phosphate are the repair crew. They rush in to remineralize, or patch up, the microscopic holes the acid just created in the enamel. It's a constant cycle of damage and repair, damage and repair. Here is the silent danger. When you sleep, your salivary glands naturally slow down. If you already suffer from chronic dry mouth, this flow doesn't just slow down, it nearly stops. The acid attack continues, especially if you suffer from acid reflux. But the buffer and the repair crew are completely gone. This lack of protective saliva creates an environment where aggressive bacteria, like Time Streptococcus mutans, thrive. There is nothing to wash them away. They stick to the teeth, creating plaque, and their acid production goes unchecked all night long. This is why dry mouth is linked to rapid decay. It can cause what dentists call rampant caries, cavities that appear suddenly and aggressively. For our audience, this is amplified. As we age, gums may recede, exposing the softer root surfaces of the teeth. These root surfaces are far more vulnerable to acid attack than the hard enamel crown. A lack of saliva combined with exposed roots is a recipe for serious, rapid dental trouble. The solution here is to substitute the saliva's defenses. We need to boost those repair materials before the nightly shutdown begins. Simple rinsing isn't enough. We must deliver concentrated, long-lasting ingredients. If you suspect dry mouth, you need to use an alcohol-free mouthwash containing fluoride or xylitol right before you get into bed. This helps provide the minerals and antibacterial agents that saliva usually handles. Make it your final step before sleep. But the dental issues are only one piece of the puzzle. Dry mouth can also be a significant indicator of trouble elsewhere in the body. Do you know which common daily medication is often the primary cause? That brings us to our second hidden danger, the systemic link. The systemic link often catches people by surprise. We tend to view the mouth as separate from the rest of the body, but it is deeply integrated. Chronic dry mouth is frequently a side effect of medications that are completely necessary for maintaining health in later life. In fact, over 500 prescription and non-prescription drugs are known to cause or worsen xerostomia. The most common culprits are medications for high blood pressure, like diuretics, which aim to reduce fluid in the body. Antidepressants, antihistamines used for allergies, and certain pain relievers also top the list. These drugs don't directly target your salivary glands. Instead, they often interfere with the signals sent by the nervous system, specifically the autonomic nervous system, which controls the amount of saliva produced. It's like turning down the volume control on your body's moisture production. If you have recently started a new medication and noticed a sudden onset of dry mouth, it is highly likely that this is the cause. Ignoring this isn't an option, because the dry mouth itself can lead to poor compliance with necessary dental care. More seriously, chronic dry mouth can sometimes be an early indicator of an underlying health condition that needs attention. Conditions like poorly controlled diabetes can lead to increased dehydration and dry mouth. Autoimmune disorders, such as Sjogren's syndrome, specifically attack moisture-producing glands throughout the body. Now, let me be absolutely clear. You should never, ever stop taking a prescribed medication because of a side effect without speaking to your doctor first. That is crucial. Your blood pressure management is more important than your dry mouth. The key is communication and adaptation. This is your action step for this section. When you visit your physician, mention the dry mouth and ask if there are alternative medications within the same class that are known to be less drying. Sometimes, a simple change in the drug or the timing of the dose can make a substantial difference. For instance, sometimes taking a drying medication earlier in the evening, rather than right before bed, can lessen the overnight impact. Knowing the systemic link means you can advocate for yourself and work with your healthcare team to manage the side effects, rather than just suffering through them. Once you've managed the medications, we still need to look at another hidden risk that impacts your gut health: the digestive disruption. We often think digestion starts in the stomach, but it actually begins the moment food enters your mouth. Saliva plays a starring role in this process, starting with mechanical breakdown and chemical preparation. When you chew, saliva acts as a lubricant, binding dry food particles together into a manageable, slippery bolus, a ball ready to be swallowed. If you have chronic dry mouth, This initial lubrication step is compromised. Chewing becomes difficult and swallowing can feel like a chore. This difficulty with chewing and swallowing is known as dysphagia. When food isn't properly chewed and lubricated, it can lead to choking hazards. For adults 55 and over, this is a serious and often overlooked risk associated with xerostomia. But the disruption goes deeper than just swallowing. Saliva contains crucial enzymes, like amylase, which immediately begin breaking down carbohydrates. This is the very first chemical step of digestion. When saliva production is insufficient, food enters the stomach less processed. The stomach and intestines have to work harder, which can lead to inefficient digestion, nutrient malabsorption, and general stomach discomfort. Furthermore, dry mouth can dramatically affect your diet choices. People suffering from xerostomia often unconsciously avoid healthy foods that require robust chewing, such as lean meats, fibrous vegetables, and whole grains. They gravitate instead towards softer, often highly processed foods that are easier to swallow but are low in nutrition and often high in sugar, which, ironically, accelerates dental decay even further. It becomes a vicious cycle. So how do we counter this digestive disruption, especially if medication is the root cause? The solution is to maximize the work of the remaining saliva and supplement lubrication at mealtimes. This is where simple habits matter most. During the day, make a conscious effort to chew your food slowly and thoroughly. Don't rush mealtimes. Introduce small, savory bites of food, like a piece of cheese or a few nuts, before a meal to activate the remaining salivary glands. Crucially, always pair food with water or unsweetened liquids to help flush and lubricate during the meal. Never try to swallow food dry. These simple mealtime strategies protect your throat, aid your digestion, and ensure you continue to get the maximum nutrition from your food. Now that we have covered the hidden dangers, let's turn to the solution everyone is looking for, the complete 5-step protocol to fix this issue tonight. This is where we move from understanding the risks to taking control. We promised you a complete protection plan, and this is where we deliver. This protocol works by addressing the 3 main reasons your mouth gets dry at night: dehydration, environmental conditions, and compromised saliva function. The 5 steps must be done in sequence as part of your wind-down routine. Step 1. The pre-sleep hydration ritual. This is not about chugging water right before bed, which just leads to bathroom trips and broken sleep. This is about being strategically hydrated throughout the day. Your body needs sufficient water reserves so that when sleep naturally slows down bodily functions, you aren't already running on empty. Stop drinking caffeine and alcohol at least 4 hours before sleep. Both are diuretics. They actively pull fluid out of your system, leading to profound dehydration by the time the morning comes. Instead, focus on small, consistent sips of plain water throughout the afternoon and early evening. About an hour before bed, enjoy a small cup of caffeine-free herbal tea, such as chamomile. The warmth is soothing, and the small amount of fluid provides a final hydration boost without overwhelming the bladder. If you struggle to drink enough water, incorporate water-rich foods into your evening meal or late-day snack. Think cucumber slices, watermelon, or bell peppers. These foods release water slowly as they are digested, providing a steady internal source of moisture. Remember, hydration starts hours before you sleep. Asterisk, Step 2. Optimizing your air. Asterisk. This step addresses the environment. A massive amount of nighttime dryness is caused by evaporation. If the air in your bedroom is dry, it acts like a sponge, pulling moisture directly out of your mouth and nose. This is particularly true in winter months when indoor heating is running constantly. The easiest, most effective fix is a cool mist humidifier. Aim for a humidity level between 40 and 50% in your bedroom. This simple device significantly reduces the evaporative effect overnight. Place it close to your bed, but ensure you clean it regularly according to the manufacturer's instructions. Stagnant water can quickly become a breeding ground for mold and bacteria, which defeats the purpose of improving your health. If a humidifier isn't feasible, try a non-electric lower-tech trick. Place a wide, shallow bowl of water near your heat source. As the water evaporates, it adds subtle moisture back into the air. Optimizing your air quality is often the most overlooked component of solving chronic dry mouth. Now, let's move inside the mouth itself and focus on the essential habit of nasal breathing. Asterisk, Step 3. Master the art of nasal breathing. Asterisk. Mouth breathing is arguably the most destructive habit contributing to nighttime dry mouth. When you breathe through your mouth while sleeping, you expose the delicate oral tissues directly to constant airflow, dramatically accelerating the evaporation of any remaining saliva. Think of a fan blowing on a wet surface. It dries instantly. The nose, by contrast, is designed to filter, warm, and humidify the air before it reaches your lungs. When air passes through your nose, it retains moisture, protecting your throat and mouth. Achieving nasal breathing overnight can be challenging, especially if you have chronic nasal congestion or sleep apnea. If you suspect sleep apnea, please consult your doctor immediately. This is a medical condition requiring professional attention. For simple habitual mouth breathing, start practicing during the day. Consciously keep your lips together while walking or reading. Before bed, try a simple, gentle exercise. Sit up straight and practice slow, deliberate inhales and exhales only through the nose. Try to extend the exhale slightly longer than the inhale. Just 5 minutes of this calm, deliberate practice can prime your body for nasal breathing during sleep. Some people find success using over-the-counter nasal strips to open the nasal passages, or by elevating the head of their bed slightly to reduce congestion. The goal is to make nasal breathing the path of least resistance. Correcting this one habit can solve the problem for many. Asterisk, Step 4. The Strategic Bedside Toolkit. Asterisk. Since we know saliva production naturally shuts down, we need targeted products that provide relief and protection during the longest dry period, the sleep cycle. This is where artificial saliva products come in. Look for specific formulations, gels, sprays, or dissolving tablets. Gels are generally preferred for overnight relief because they are thicker and adhere better to the oral tissues, providing a longer-lasting film of moisture and lubrication. Sprays are often better for quick, daytime relief. Crucially, check the ingredients. You must avoid products containing alcohol or sodium lauryl sulfate, which can be irritating and even drying over time. Look for ingredients like xylitol or specific enzymes that mimic natural saliva function. Xylitol, in particular, is a natural sweetener that is known to inhibit the growth of those harmful decay-causing bacteria we discussed earlier. Keep your chosen product right next to your bed with a small glass of water. If you wake up with that dry, sticky feeling, use the gel or tablet immediately. Applying this barrier reduces discomfort and restarts the protective coating on your teeth without requiring you to get out of bed. Using these tools strategically helps manage the symptoms caused by unavoidable factors, like necessary medications. Strategic's Top Step 5, the Nightly Saliva Stimulator. Strategic's. While we can't force the major salivary glands to run full speed during sleep, we can activate them right before they shut down. This final step uses chewing action to trigger a burst of saliva production. About 10 minutes before you settle in for the night, try chewing a small piece of sugar-free gum or a lozenge that contains xylitol. The act of chewing is a powerful neurological signal to the body to produce saliva. The xylitol provides a long-term benefit by coating the teeth. Chew for 2 to 3 minutes, then spit it out. Do not fall asleep chewing gum. That is a serious choking hazard. If gum isn't for you, try a small piece of crisp, raw vegetable, like a carrot stick. The texture stimulates the flow, and the chewing cleanses the mouth. The goal is a final, significant boost of protective moisture right before you lie down. Following these 5 steps, strategic hydration, air optimization, nasal breathing, using a targeted bedside toolkit, and a final saliva boost, creates a comprehensive shield against the dangers of nightly dry mouth. But what about the specific challenges that older adults face? Let's talk about the specific adaptations and precautions you must take. For our audience, simply knowing the 5 steps isn't enough. We need to tailor them to the realities of aging. The most significant adaptation concerns managing medication and communication. If you are taking multiple medications, which is common, the drying effect is often cumulative. One drug might be mildly drying, but 4 drugs together can shut down salivary flow completely. If you've identified medication as a potential cause, keep a detailed log of your dry mouth severity throughout the day. This data is powerful. When you talk to your doctor, you can present specific evidence. I notice my mouth is severely dry 4 hours after taking my blood pressure medicine. This moves the conversation from vague complaint to actionable data. Ask about timing adjustments, lower dosages, or therapeutic alternatives. Another adaptation involves oral care. As mentioned, older teeth, especially exposed roots, are highly vulnerable. If you wear dentures, they can exacerbate dry mouth by trapping heat and blocking saliva flow to the palate. If you use a denture adhesive, ensure it is thoroughly cleaned off before bed. Bacteria love to hide under dentures. Always remove them at night and soak them in a suitable cleaning solution. This gives your gums and underlying tissues a chance to breathe and allows your natural saliva to better reach your teeth and gums. Finally, let's address the common feeling of resignation. Many people in the 55-plus age group feel that dry mouth is just an inevitable part of getting older. While some salivary changes are natural, severe chronic dry mouth is not inevitable, and it should not and makes be tolerated. It is a sign you need to make changes. This is why we created the protocol, to show you that with knowledge and simple action, you can regain control. Don't resign yourself to discomfort or dental decline. The solutions we have provided are gentle, science-backed, and focus on supporting your body's natural functions. We have covered the hidden dental dangers, the systemic warning signs, and the risks to digestion. You now have the full plan. Now it is time to put it into action. This knowledge only works if you use it. You now have a complete, 5-part strategy to combat nightly dry mouth, backed by an understanding of the 3 critical risks it poses. Let's quickly bring everything together. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate all dryness instantly, but to consistently support your oral defenses every single night. Start with one simple action tonight. Implementing Step 1, the pre-sleep hydration ritual. Cut the caffeine and alcohol 4 hours before bed, and enjoy that small cup of herbal tea. That small choice sets the dominoes in motion for better sleep and better oral health. If you found the discussion of the hidden dangers, the rapid tooth decay, the systemic links, and the digestive risks to be valuable, then you understand our mission here at Silver Smile and Bites. We exist to provide crystal clear, evidence-based guidance to improve your everyday vitality. We want you to stop accepting discomfort as inevitable and start taking simple, practical steps toward better health. If you are ready to take control of your health with more straightforward, actionable advice like this, please tap the like button on this video to let us know we delivered value. And more importantly, hit that subscribe button. By joining our community, you ensure you never miss our simple steps for gentle movement, mindset shifts, and nutrition tips tailored specifically for adults 55 and over. Take the knowledge you gained today, the power to communicate with your doctor, the understanding of your environment, and the tools in your bedside kit. You have everything you need to change your nights. Starting tonight. Stop letting dry mouth interrupt your sleep and sabotage your health. Start protecting your silver smile. It takes a little time for these habits to fully integrate, but the benefits start immediately. When you wake up tomorrow morning, notice the difference in the roof of your mouth and your tongue. Is it still sandpaper, or is it starting to feel smoother? That feeling of comfort is a powerful motivator. If you struggle with the nasal breathing aspect, don't give up. Practice throughout the day. When you are doing household chores or watching television, remind yourself to keep your mouth closed and breathe through your nose. It's a muscle memory that you can train. Over time, your body will revert to this more protective state even in deep sleep. And remember the importance of that final check-in. If you have been following the protocol consistently for 2 weeks and see no improvement, that is a strong signal that you absolutely must talk to your physician or dentist. This consistent lack of response may indicate a systemic issue, like an underlying medical condition or a medication side effect that requires professional adjustment. Use our research as a way to start a proactive, informed conversation with your healthcare team. You are now an educated patient, ready to work collaboratively toward a solution. We believe that vitality is achievable at any age, and often it comes down to solving these small, chronic annoyances that chip away at your quality of life. A comfortable, hydrated mouth leads to better sleep. Better sleep fuels your energy, brightens your mood, and allows you to enjoy your day more fully. This entire journey, from understanding the hidden dangers to implementing the 5 steps, is about reclaiming that essential comfort and overall health. Be diligent, be consistent, and be encouraged. You are taking great care of yourself. Let's tackle one final common objection: cost. Some people worry about the expense of products like special gels or humidifiers. Focus on the free steps first. Step 1. The hydration ritual costs nothing but discipline. Step 3. Nasal breathing practice is entirely free. Step 5. Chewing a piece of carrot before bed is minimal cost. If you must prioritize a purchase, invest in the simplest, easiest to clean cool mist humidifier. It provides the broadest environmental benefit for the cost. Think of these investments not as expenses, but as preventative measures against much higher dental bills down the road. Protecting your teeth from rampant decay is the ultimate cost saving. The true secret to success here is consistency. Create a visual checklist of the 5 steps near your bed. Maybe it's a sticky note reminding you to hydrate strategically, clean the humidifier, and apply the protective gel. This simple routine integration is the difference between temporary relief and long-term resolution. Treat this dry mouth protocol as seriously as you treat taking your daily vitamins or going for your morning walk. It's an essential part of your daily self-care aimed at sustaining your health and comfort. We've covered immense ground today, understanding the silent threats, identifying medication triggers, and building a 5-part defensive routine. We have given you the tools to take meaningful action. You have the knowledge to move past temporary fixes and establish lasting habits. The opportunity to feel better is right in front of you. Embrace this simple plan and watch the difference it makes in your energy and vitality. To ensure this becomes a lasting habit, try linking the dry mouth protocol to an existing bedtime routine. For example, right after you finish brushing your teeth, that's when you perform your final nasal breathing exercise and apply your protective gel. Tying the new habit to an old, established one makes it stickier and harder to forget. Remember how we talked about the vicious cycle where dry mouth leads to softer, sugary food choices? Actively break that cycle tomorrow. Choose one crisp vegetable to eat with your lunch: a carrot, an apple, or some celery. The chewing action stimulates saliva during the day, keeping your mouth healthier and more resilient when the nighttime slowdown happens. This simple daytime strategy reinforces the nighttime protection. The beauty of these small changes is that they don't require massive lifestyle upheaval. They are gentle tweaks that yield powerful results. They allow you to remain vital and active without fighting your body. Instead, you are supporting its natural defense mechanisms. If you know someone else who constantly complains about that dry, cottony mouth feeling in the morning, share this video with them. They might not realize the hidden risks involved, and the 5-step protocol could dramatically improve their quality of life too. Spreading this simple, vital health information is part of our shared mission. We want everyone to enjoy their retirement years with comfort and confidence. The cumulative effect of dry mouth isn't just discomfort, it erodes confidence. When the mouth is consistently dry, bad breath often follows, which can make social interactions awkward and reduce a person's willingness to engage. This is another unseen consequence of xerostomia. Saliva naturally washes away odor-causing bacteria and food particles. When that cleansing stream stops, odors accumulate overnight and persist into the morning. Fortunately, solving the dryness inherently solves the issue of bad breath. As you diligently follow the steps, optimizing hydration, using xylitol, and stimulating saliva, you restore the mouth's natural cleansing ability. This often happens quickly, providing an immediate boost to your confidence and social comfort. This is a reminder that improving your vitality is a holistic endeavor. It's not just about treating the symptoms. It's about making small, integrated changes that benefit your dental health, your systemic health, and even your emotional well-being. Every time you consciously choose water over a sugary drink, every time you choose to breathe through your nose, you are investing in a more comfortable and confident future. Keep focused on the long-term goal, consistent comfort, and a healthy smile that lasts. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to face the day, not battling a parched, sticky mouth.